Gracias.
Good afternoon. We are at Ultra Trail Mont Blanc the day before the race. One again, and we have a guest of honor with Greg Vollet, who has been for several years now in charge of the international sports marketing team, who has made quite a splash in the sport.
We tried to do it.
When did you start, and how has it evolved over these years? You started in 2009, 2010?
Yeah, the beginning of 2010.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the opportunity for me to start to develop the international level of trail running, because at this moment the trail running was really focusing on some countries, and my focus was really to develop the sport worldwide.
I see. Besides, you did bring a background from outdoor sports elite, because you were a World Cup mountain bike runner. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's correct.
Okay.
This background helped me a lot to understand well what was the mistake of the mountain bike in cross country, and what gave me a real vision of what should be the trail running in the future.
And I might point out that also coming from the cycling field, you brought a lot of team, spirit, whereas before that the trail runners were usually lone wolves.
True.
And I know for sure that you have tried to build a team spirit. What kind of ideas or practices have you put into place to?
For me, it's much more than a team. It's a family, and when you are part of a family and yet you feel good, then you feel really good also to compete, and you have no stress, no pressure, because on every races you are with your friend and you are happy to meet them on some races during the year, and to have a great time with them. And it's very important to not be too much serious, because this is only trail running. And we have so many pure values in this sport, who is very important in our days. I think the world today need to have this kind of freedom, and it's across the trail running that they can feel this.
Oh yeah, and some trail runners are particularly free. For example, it's well known that when you first started asking Emily about her next year projects, she started talking about climbing, for example.
For example. Yeah, it can surprise, that's true. But this is the kind of relation that we can have between our runners, and you can understand that we don't put any pressure on them, because they are totally free also to define which are their dreams to realize. So we are there to help them to realize their dreams.
Over these years, I mean, we all know some very big names, of course, Killian and Emily, also as of races. But I would like you to point out one or two either runners or races or events that have particularly impressed you favorably and not been very well known. Something.
For me, the Transvulcania and Zegama for Spain are really are really big races. But also the Kima. The Kima, for me, it's really a legendary race, because it's the most extreme races in the world.
The helmet race.
Yes. I did it, and it's really special that you can have a particular emotion when you ride this race. And after, you have so many races in the world today. Kinabalu in Malaysia, if you run to the summit, is fabulous. It's
well, and you can tell, because actually you do race and you do usually classify them on the top 10, if not top 3, to be honest.
I try when I have time to train.
Yeah.
It's not easy with my job. But
Okay, just to finish, how do you see the future of trail running? Do you see it evolving into like cycling, like very strict team codes, or do you see it like going back to the original American spirit of lone wolves, or do you see more strict rules or broader flexibility? How do you see it?
No, I think in the future people will be a little bit more specialists of the practice. Maybe some will be really specialist of the vertical K, some really specialist of the marathon and more specialist of the ultra. Kilian is a little bit an exception because he is everywhere.
And Emily almost
And
made
Emily-
it this
and
year,
Emily too.
almost.
Yeah. But in the future, I think we should really take care of the sports. It will be very, very important to keep our actual values, and I hope that all the federation who are around will not pollute the sports.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much. Merci.
Thank you.